Microsoft brings some great games to the fans everywhere thanks to Xbox Game Pass. And you know what? I'm going to be honest. It even brought some pretty good games in 2022 that were possibly a little bit underrated and maybe overlooked because let's just be real, the Xbox first party output in 2022 was non-existent. So it is nice to see that things kind of got a little bit better in terms of where we're at now. But still, at the time, there wasn't a lot going on. Now, it looks like one of the major hits that Microsoft had in terms of the exclusivity is now actually going to go to PlayStation 5, which, again, it depends on how you feel about it personally. Like, for me, I never count third-party stuff as exclusive. Like, you don't really see it in my lists or anything like that. I think, obviously, there is a little bit of an exception if Microsoft or Sony own the IP. But, you know, that's pretty rare when that actually happens. So, with this bit of information, we're going to have to kind of get this out there and say, hey, you know what? It looks like a pretty big game is coming to the PlayStation 5. So yeah, pretty interesting to see that happening. So as you know, High on Life is a game that actually did very well for Xbox Game Pass, and I think 7-8 million people played it or something like that, and they announced a new DLC for it a little bit now at the Xbox showcase. But a lot of people were wondering, hey, is this game ever going to come to PlayStation? And now it looks like a filing has shown that it is indeed going to be coming to PlayStation as well, which, you know, shouldn't come as much of a surprise. But, you know, at the same time, you know, again, I think that this is the main reason why I never talk about, you know, games coming to Xbox as being exclusive or what have you when it does this, right? Because again, at the end of the day, these are types of games that end up everywhere, and so, you know, it makes a lot of sense for it to end up someplace else. But I still think this developer team or whatever, the one behind High on Life, Squanch Games, I think that they realistically got a really, really big you know, prop up from Game Pass. So that's something that you can't really kind of discount or ignore when it comes to this. Now, from an Xbox standpoint, I say, you know, maybe it does suck a little bit that Microsoft is not, you know, locking down exclusives for longer. Like, I don't know what kind of deal this was. Maybe Microsoft helped fund a little bit of it or something along those lines. I know getting games at Game Pass can be a little bit expensive, but, you know, at the end of the day, I feel like Microsoft has done a pretty good job at, you know, making sure that everybody has some good content to play and things like that. And so is the game going to, you know, have a big impact on, you know, PlayStation? So again, you know, if you're one of those people that was really into Rick and Morty and things like that, High on Life has already seen massive success. The Xbox console exclusive release has become not only the biggest third-party Game Pass launch ever, but High on Life has also become the most successful single-player Game Pass title of all time as well. And so now it looks like it's going to be going to PlayStation as well, even though last year they said that there weren't plans on it right there, but they did say, you know, obviously they're not a first-party studio, and High on Life was an Xbox launch exclusive, but the wording usually does imply that it's only for a limited time and things like that. You know, again, these things happen all the time because, again, and they give this other example, is Tunic was an Xbox launch exclusive. It later came to PlayStation and the Switch as well. Squanch Games, their history of their past titles, including Accounting, was released on PS4 and PC, and Trover Saves the Universe was released on PS4, Nintendo Switch, Xbox, and Oculus. So when Squanch Games' contractual period of exclusivity runs out with Xbox, which it looks like is about to very soon, then we'll be able to see this on PlayStation. And people think, you know, I don't look at this as a huge blow. I think, you know, Microsoft has a ton of great content scheduled to come out. I just really think that it comes down to, you know, gamers in general, how they respond to these types of announcements and things. So, we'll see what happens long term. And I do think that this is something that, a lot of people are probably going to be talking about for a while, just because it does seem like, hey, Microsoft ends up losing out on some of these exclusives in the weirdest ways, too. So, yeah, it's not exactly something that I'm thrilled about. I wish that maybe, I don't know, it's hard to say. These are smaller developers, I guess, so maybe it's not something that I look at and go, oh, well, it completely sucks that they never realistically have, something that gamers can hold on to and say, hey, I'm for sure that this is going to be an Xbox game. You know what I mean? And that's a little bit of a shame in my opinion. But I think maybe that's what the first party's for. At the end of the day, you got to have a good mix of first and third party. And getting stuff, I guess, even for a little bit, is better than nothing. I don't know. It's how do you guys feel about that? Because for me personally, I honestly feel that I don't really care. If it's launching day one in Game Pass, in terms of the third party stuff, it doesn't matter to me personally if it's exclusive or not, because I look at it as a game that is going to be exclusive. So, we'll see what happens. I'm excited to see how Microsoft handles future releases and things like that. We are getting very, very close to Starfield, and I think that's going to really change things for Microsoft. Honestly, I think that is going to be the new game that people are going to be looking into, you know what I mean? Hey, look, this is going to be one of those amazing Xbox games. It's going to be a tentpole Xbox game. So, we'll see what happens. I'm excited about that. But what do you think about this game leaving Xbox exclusivity? I'm curious about how you guys all feel about that. Let me know what you guys think, because again, I think it really kind of comes down to how everybody feels about these things. Like I said, sometimes if this was a first party, then it'd be one of those things where, hey, I'd go, this is on Microsoft or whatever. I wouldn't prefer to not be everywhere, but again, at the end of the day, Microsoft can do what they want, and they have certain deals that they sign, and this was a game that reviewed rather poorly. You could say it reviewed poorly for many reasons. I haven't actually played it yet. I actually have it downloaded, but I haven't played it yet. I'm not a big, huge Rick and Morty fan or whatever, so there is obviously some controversy there, and I guess there's some crude humor, which could be why the game scored so poorly, but people genuinely seem to like it and enjoy it from what I've seen. So we'll see what happens. Let me know what you guys think. If you guys enjoy my content, please leave a like on the video. Subscribe if you haven't already done so. Would be tremendous to see you guys do that. I hope you all have a fantastic day. I'm the Crap Gamer. This is Crap Gamer Reviews. Rack 'em up, fact 'em up, Crap Gamer 'em up, Crap Gamer out.